I've been off the live for a little bit because I've had some technical difficulties. I had to get my phone fixed for one, so it had put me down for a minute. Kind of reevaluating some things I'm doing in my business as well, personal life, all that. So things I had to take priority over this right here. But yeah, we got Solo back. Let me bring him on in. Dang. All right, stand by the man of the hour, Solo, aka Kong Kalon. Yeah, what's up, bro?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like they kicked us off for the music, man. I apologize for that.
Oh, for the music.
Yeah, I had like an instrumental playing in the back, and they just
Oh yeah. Oh, you know better than that. Everybody want to get paid, bro.
everybody would get paid. It
Everybody,
was just instrumental too, but damn, they ain't playing no games.
nah, ain't no hey. They want it.
They want theirs.
They
They want
want it.
theirs.
I mean, rightfully so. Sure, we in the same thing. If
Yeah,
somebody playing some of your shit, if somebody play one of your videos and they just like, yo, my thing in the background, bro, say something about it. Say something about me.
yeah. It's funny, I was just telling somebody earlier who does some contracting work for me about that. Like, yo, man, listen, when it comes to this content, we got to brand it properly. There's a protocol that we got to follow. We can't just be passing things out, willy nilly and different things like that. We got to really follow these guidelines, and it's very interesting that
What's up, Tammy? I
I
mean,
see
cut you
somebody
off.
shouting you out.
Yeah, I
I
get
see
somebody
somebody
checking in.
shouting
What's
you
up,
out.
Tammy?
There
One of the best event planners in Atlanta right now.
we
Shit,
go.
probably from here forth, man. Very personable, very sweet person, sweet spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Tammy, events of Atlanta, y'all check in.
All right, quick little shout out. Yeah,
Yeah,
like I said,
that's my
y'all,
peoples.
we got Solo on, the photographer, man. Very good brother. We met years ago. We've been doing phenomenal work ever since. Man, I got a lot of respect and love for this brother. Very reliable, very professional. And like I said, I got a different style and unique style of photography that he brings to the craft. I was getting to the story how we met. We met at a game in Pebblebrook back in the Colin
Yeah,
Sexton days, the heyday. And this brother wasn't even going to come to the game. And
I
somebody
wasn't
got
even
him to
coming.
come on out, came on out. We met, we connected, and it's been like peanut butter and jelly ever since, man. You know
Hey,
what
hey,
I mean? You know what I'm saying?
hey, I'm throwing it up. Hey, you throwing it up? I'm dunking it
Yeah, you know what I'm
every
saying?
time. But
Just
nah,
like yeah, so
yeah, we
beautiful,
met.
bro.
It was you say it's the playoffs for
Something like that, right?
Pebblebrook.
It was either playoffs or regional
Yeah,
playoffs.
it was an important game,
Very
and my
important game.
homeboy, he had actually, I ain't gonna say that he hyped me up to go. I know he was in contact with Colin Sexton, who went there, who plays for the Cavaliers right now,
Yeah.
and he had been telling me about him. I mean, I didn't know he was, you know what I'm saying, was gonna be, you know what I'm saying, in the NBA at the time. I know that Manny liked him, but I mean, shoot, this is my boy Manolo
Yeah.
Prado. He's a major clothing designer in Atlanta right now.
Right.
I want to shout him out. Follow him for all the latest, like, you know what I'm saying, custom made jerseys, all that, brother. He got it down. Manolo Prado, that's my dude.
Tight.
But
Tight.
he had been hyping him up, and I had to give him that shout out so I could shit on him a little bit right now. Like, I don't really respect his opinion about sports. That's my dude. That's my dude, no doubt. And he follows sports, don't get me wrong, but I really, you know what I'm saying? I was like, man, he might be all right. But I mean, obviously, I need to respect it because dude did go to the league. But long and short, yes, that was our first time meeting, and that was my first time doing sports photography. And then, boom, I got a NBA player the
Mm.
first time. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, I did. That was when I had first started doing. I mean, it wasn't what 3 years ago now, right?
Yeah. 4, right? Still
Nah, man, it ain't
so I
four
was trying to
years.
say it's been a long time, bro.
Yeah, it's about 4 years ago now, bro.
It's been a long
I
time.
mean, three. No, three. It's gotta be three.
It was
It's
3,
gotta
so
be
it's
three.
17.
Huh?
It was like 17.
Yeah, yeah. It was in 17. So that's three.
Yeah, that's 3.
Yeah, that's three. So yeah,
Yeah, so
we on.
so 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 the long short of it, I'm up in there and I'm hyping. Everybody know me. I speak to everybody. I got my energy. I'm booming. I'm walking the court doing my thing, you know,
Yeah.
interacting with players and referees and coaches and the crowd and all that. And here I go see this little short brolic dude over here with this long big ass lens.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna dab you, my mom see what's good. I ain't know it. Then he all fashionable. He like denimed out, you know what I'm saying? Tim's on.
Oh, dang, bro, that is what I wore. I had the whole
Yeah,
denim guy out there.
yeah.
No
Man, with
sports
Tim's on,
attire.
like,
You know
you
I
know what I'm
was. Hey, you know I ain't know what I was doing right there. If I had all that denim on trying to do photography, man, that shit was so uncomfortable. I don't wear nothing but like jogging pants now.
Now you all jogging out, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't know
Yeah,
though. I figured, I said, yo, you know, because Colin Sexton has such a following, I'm like, damn, I didn't know who was who. You know what I mean? People coming out of
yeah,
the woodworks, you know, to get photography and photo videos and photos, you know. So I didn't know what was going on, but I'm just like, yo, I'm gonna just introduce myself and we just hit it off. And my man was like, look, this is my first gig, man. Like, I don't even do this for real. I'm like, damn, for real?
yeah. Hey, but I kept it funky with you though.
Yeah, he came, and I'm like, shit, you picked the right one though. You picked the right
Right,
one.
man. That was a
Yeah.
blessing. Like that's how you know things are supposed to be, man. Like had I not, had I not made a bunch of moves that I just trusted my path on, trusted the universe to lead me,
Yeah.
I wouldn't. It was a lot of things that didn't happen to me they ended up being very, very beneficial.
Yeah, that worked out, man. That worked out, man. Just real quick, just tell the people who you are, explain your style of photography, and you know what motivates you to do what you do in the photography realm.
Well, I guess if you talk about what motivates me, it's not nothing. Nothing. It just is me, bro. Like it ain't nothing like I'm about to go do this. I need to apply pressure to this. It's just a honest, true existence of or portrayal of my existence that comes out in my work. Like for me to have caught on and became as big as I did, as fast as I did, would it goes to show that it was supposed to be and it's a natural thing. That's me. So as far as like motivation towards doing, I don't think that I ever actually got up any day of my life and said, "Dang, I want to do photography." I didn't know I wanted to do photography. Photography found me. I picked it up as a hobby and started taking pictures, and I ended up posting a few, and then people was like, "Oh, I didn't know you did photography," and I was
Right.
like, in my mind, I don't, you know what I'm saying, I can be like, "Well, I don't," but I'm glad I didn't say otherwise. I mean, shoot, if it's looking like a duck and quacking like a duck, then maybe it is a duck. So I trust that when it comes to me as well. Like, shoot, if everybody clicking on to my work the way it was at the beginning, then maybe, you know what I'm saying, it got to be something there. And at the time, I remember, you know what I'm saying, I'm an electrician by trade, and that's what I was doing at the moment. I was doing industrial electrical work for a contractor called Action Electric out in Smyrna. Shout out Action Electric, man, very good company. I,
Shout out Action Electric.
but you know what I'm saying, it was a great job, but I never seen myself just really staying there. And I remember wanting to be more into the arts and wanted to expand, or you know what I'm saying, just not really seeing myself retire there. Like, man, like you got to be something else. And I never really knew what to wish for, but I just knew my heart wasn't in it. And I always prayed like, yo, if something else present itself, you know what I'm saying, I'll take that route. And so something else presented itself in photography. And like we talked about earlier, it wasn't no motivation behind it. It's just found me, and it's just been a dance. It ain't been no pressure behind it. You know what I'm saying? Other than the natural pressure of being an artist and wanting your work to be perfect, the outside pressure ain't really a thing. But everything else is pretty much natural. It was a natural transition. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people actually don't even know that I've been doing photography is, you know what I'm saying,
So you mean to tell me
that's
you
such a
like Bruce
short
Wayne
period.
and Batman?
What's that?
You like Bruce Wayne
I think
You hear me?
I think you're just not coming back. Can you hear me?
I hear you now. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Now I was basically saying like you like two different people. You like Bruce Wayne and Batman, or like Clark Kent and Superman. Like, you know what I'm saying? They don't know. They don't know you got that superpower of shooting them pictures like that until they see the work. Like, damn, you did that.
Well, shoot, if you use that analogy, I'd be more like Spider-Man. Like I got bit by something. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Like they already knew who they was.
got you.
Spider-Man didn't know who he was. He had to figure it out along the way. Like, oh, I can actually do this.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like Superman and Clark. Not saying that. I mean, they was what it was, but it's something that happened to Spider-Man to, you know what I'm saying, take him
yeah.
along his way. So I think that would be I'd be more Spider-Man probably.
Spider Man, that's
But
cool.
yeah, that'd
Now,
be
now
it.
your style though, like I said, it's unique. We got some of your photos. We gonna promote and push. Like, it's lifestyle. Is sexy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You got a different view. It's I don't want to say dark, but you got a dark, contrasty.
You know what? You know what I'm saying? I made it real tangible for everybody who listening. Like you can even tell how I got the lighting on me right now. That's how my work is. You know
Exactly.
what I'm saying? It's gonna be. I love working with shadows. I like layers to my work. I like to
Layers to the
have
shadows.
that. I'm not too poppy with my stuff. Like if it, and I didn't notice I had a style until somebody told me. People just started noticing my work without me even putting a signature on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, shoot, you got a style. I never felt like I had a style. But you're right. I had to actually learn that it's called moody.
Moody. There we go. There we go. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. And you live with that. And for those that don't, I mean, that's your personality. That's, like you said, that's you. It
That's
comes
me.
out. It
That's
comes
me.
out
But
the way.
the last gig you and me did, like you over here in the cut. I'm like, you know me, baby.
Yeah, yeah. Playing the
You know
cut.
me.
Playing the cut.
I be in the cut, out of the
And that's
way.
cool, man. That's a wonderful thing, man. And earlier we were talking, just having a good conversation, just talking about these times that we're in with COVID-19, coronavirus, and we were just talking about how it's giving us time to kind of slow down. Like, what are some of the things you kind of notice about the business, about yourself, about your craft, since you've been able to be home more because of COVID?
Well, I guess it was like a re. As an artist, you can't really portray emotion without going through a bunch of emotion, really. You know what I'm saying? I know you
Yeah,
get it. Like it's with the COVID, it was crappy in a sense, just because you know what I'm saying. Even you and me was supposed to be in Philadelphia shooting, you know what I'm saying, making major moves this year, but everything changed within like a couple of weeks,
yeah,
you know, and we had to adjust. And with that adjustment, I was able to really take my hands off the wheel just because nothing's going. Like it's like being in back to back traffic, bro. There's nothing you can do. You can churn the wheel, you can fight everything you want, but you're gonna be in the same spot.
yeah,
No matter how much you fight, you're just gonna frustrate. So it made it easier to take my hand off that wheel, bro, and really just look at everything around me. I've been able to really get in touch with the love of life, man.
wow,
You know what I'm saying? Keeping the main thing, like it's just being in the moments.
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You mess with Swain and you say own your
On your
moment.
moment, right?
Shout out Swain. You
For
know what I'm
sure.
saying? It's really about that because a lot of people get so hung up on getting from A to B that they don't realize the main thing of it is the journey.
Yes.
This made me take my hands off the wheel that I was, you know what I'm saying, of traveling and navigating through life's obstacles and just really just enjoy the scenery, bro.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? And that's an art move. You feel me? You
For
have
sure.
to be involved with everything around you, bro. And with the COVID-19 hitting, I'm not saying it's not a bad thing, I mean, I'm not saying it's a good thing, but I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It depends on how, you know what I'm saying, you want to dance with life. I don't believe in good and bad. I'm a Libra at heart. I believe in balance.
Yeah.
Everything that was bad at one point ends up turning out good at another, and then good things that you thought were good come back to bite you in the ass sometimes. It's just the yin and the yang of it all, bro. So you just gotta learn to just dance with and ride with the waves that life gives you. Send your way, bro.
So we were saying also too, and that's a good point that you bring up about being able to take your hand off the wheel and slow down, because we're being go mode right now. Like you said, we've been to Pennsylvania, probably been going to Ohio, then shooting over to Alabama. Like there's been a
Yeah,
lot going on right now. Just coming off another event, like we had. I know, for instance, I had an event for Mother's Day. I had an event before that. I had an event before that weekend.
yeah,
So, it would have been back to back to back to back. So, avoiding the burnout. One thing COVID has allowed us to avoid the burnout and really, like you said, sit back, meditate, pray, gather yourself, readjust and refocus, and put that time in other areas where we've kind of been neglected before.
right, bro. Like, I mean, and you don't know you're neglecting them.
You don't know.
You don't know, like the life takes you on such a spin, bro. Like everything is just like I don't know, and it hasn't always been like that in Atlanta. Like this, you know what I'm saying? It's turned into a hustling bus out here. You know what I'm saying? I'm from old Atlanta. I'm a Grady baby, bro. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I remember what it used to be, and you know what I'm saying? It ain't always felt like this. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not saying that growth or you know what I'm saying, however you want to look at it, it might not be growth in other people's eyes. Some people like things to stay the same, but as far as excelling in different areas, there has been growth in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? We've been able to have a more broad demographic. You can't name a lot of other places where people who look like us can make money. But at the same time, it is a pressure, an extra pressure of all the blends of energy here now, and you feel it every day. And it just seems, and going back to the COVID change, like it seems like some things lighten up with everybody just having to sit still. But yeah, it's definitely a lot of different energies out there, and definitely a lot of hustle and buzz that you know what I'm saying can wear and tear on you, bro.
Absolutely, absolutely. You bring up a good point. Being in Atlanta and being a Grady baby, saying,
Yeah.
because I'm someone you would call a transplant. I've been here close to 20 years. I love Atlanta. I have a family here, of course. I went to
Right.
college here, so my perspective of the city is a little different
Because
than
you went to
yours.
Clark, right?
I went to Clark Atlanta, CAU.
Yeah, so I
Shout
mean,
out
shoot,
CAU.
you a little bit. I mean, that's validation. You at
Yeah,
ATL
it's
20
some love.
years. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I claim you. You claim.
Hey, I
Hey,
appreciate that.
hey, I vouch for you, bro.
Yeah, yeah, I ain't got shorty folk. I ain't got shorty and what's that what's the other word? I ain't got some of the Atlanta lingo in my
Oh,
vernacular yet, but I understand it when I hear it. You know what I mean?
yeah. Hey, that's what matters. Hey, as long as you can say something to me when I say something back. I mean, say if I say something to you, you can say something back. You good? 'Cause I
Yeah,
know I got mine get real bad sometimes.
and I definitely become a fan of ATL hip hop whatnot too. So especially some of the new age stuff. Some my up north buddies they get at me about that, but it doesn't matter. It's music. But
Up north dudes don't be liking nothing. That's where the downfall came, bro. We ain't gonna talk hip hop.
nah,
We ain't gonna talk hip
no, we
hop. I
can.
can
We
do
can.
that
We can
too.
talk hip hop. In fact, I want to play. I want to play word association with you.
Yep.
Um, and since we're gonna do music on one of them, but since we're here, I'm gonna throw Atlanta out there, and you tell me first thing that comes to your mind and how and explain it. ATL.
ATL.
Yeah.
What's the first thing come to mind?
Yeah.
Andre 3 Stacks standing at the awards saying the South got something to say. You remember that?
I remember at the Source Awards.
South got something to say. That's the first thing to come to my mind, bro.
And he
South got
wasn't
something
lying.
to say.
Definitely true.
Huh?
I said he wasn't lying. It's definitely true.
He was right. Like that changed everything, bro. When he got up there and said that, that was a whole, like the whole wave just started coming in after that. I mean, we got Freaknik. That's what brought people down here. Figured out they could be like, man, I could probably stay down here.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't Atlanta back then. Back then it was Georgia.
Georgia.
You know what I'm saying? Back then it was Georgia. It was like it just started being, and I ain't gonna say just started. It's been for a few years now, but back then it was Georgia. Before Freaknik, it was Georgia, and then the Olympics came, and that's when it really took off. Like, so it's just a big old melting pot now. But Atlanta, old Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? I you know what I'm saying, that part raised me, and you know what I'm saying, it was a lot more Southern hospitality. It wasn't as many misunderstandings because everybody almost knew each other here. You know what I'm saying? We was in the city, and but now I still love it, bro. Like, it's different. I know a lot of people, and I'm one of them, who be having a problem with all these new folks coming. But at the same time, I don't think Atlanta is as special as it is without these new people. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I'm a Grady baby, but yes, I can appreciate a truth. You know what I'm saying? Because you making moves out here and making it all the more beautiful yourself. You think about it, like, shoot, Big Boy, he from Savannah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You think about Gucci, he from Alabama.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people who ain't even from here that help put Atlanta on the map, and I think it's important that you recognize that much. That's what makes Atlanta so beautiful. Everybody came together. You think about fucking the Dungeon family, man. Like, if you think about all them people coming together to do good music, and that's what really propelled the South music. Everybody being able to come together and actually work together. That was the major part of it.
Absolutely. All right, I got another word for you. Photography. Take your time, get your little sip your tea. We think that's tea.
So what's the first thing that comes to my mind when I think of photography?
Yeah.
I think of paintings first. And you look at a lot of my work, I make my work look like paintings. Some of my favorite pieces look like paintings. It's the way I edit them, and that's how I see them in my head. But I guess photography, that would be the first thing I think. But if I think twice and I think 3 times and I go in depth, I think of putting like a moment in your back pocket and carrying it somewhere else, you know, like packing it up to go, a memory to go almost, like you're getting it at a drive-through, something that's but you're gonna always have it. But I mean, it's cinema. I think of cinema. I think of, I don't know. I think of all the emotions, man. To be honest, because it's important to have all those emotions in your work. That's what photography is, or at least the photography that means something to people, the things that last forever.
Absolutely.
Like
Absolutely.
it hits you. It hits you different. So I don't really think about a picture as much as I think of like a feeling. Like, it's more of a feeling, bro. To me.
Right. Got another one for you. Kobe Bryant.
Tragic, bro. Right now. First word when you say, I mean, before now it probably wouldn't have been that, but right now, today, with it being so fresh, you know what I'm saying? The first thing I think about is okay, I guess that's not even the first thing I thought about, because when you said Kobe, I immediately thought about Gigi. his daughter. And then I thought about his family that he left behind,
Wow.
and all the game that he wasn't able to give other people. Like it's so many. Like I love what he, you know what I'm saying, gave to the game.
Right.
But I'm not even gonna lie to you. I haven't never been a big Kobe fan, and that's no
Right.
slight. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace. I've always respected his game,
Yeah.
but as far as like following and being as, cause I know some true Kobe fans, so I can't even sit here and pretend I'm nowhere near them.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying? I've always been a fan of the NBA as a whole. But as far as like following him as much as everybody else did, I didn't do that. But
Right.
I do know all, you know what I'm saying? I study the game of basketball, so it's not that I don't know his game, it's just that I didn't really follow him like that.
Yeah, yeah, like a fan. Like I'm not a Kobe Bryant fan like that, but I
Yeah,
get what
yeah,
you're
yeah.
saying.
So I
I
mean,
definitely
but I knew all the
respect his
things he did.
game.
I watched all his games. But as
Yeah.
far as like everybody on how he's ranked, that's all. Like he was a major piece. Like you don't tell the story of the NBA without a Kobe Bryant. Don't get
No.
me wrong.
No.
It's not. That's not what I'm saying. But as far as what I think about when you say now, like I think about what he left behind, and I say all that as far as me being a fan or lack of being a fan of him while he was in the league. I
Yeah.
did become a fan of him after he retired.
Yeah.
Like even just the first time seeing him in the suits, you know what I'm saying, when he show back up and he's doing interviews, you know what I'm saying, he clean cut, bald
Yeah.
head, and you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying, the man just looking regal, like man, it's a king.
Yeah.
There's a king there. And he came, you know what I'm saying? I think what he spoke like 6 languages, 7 languages,
I'm like that. Yeah.
something like that. And you get to hear him talk, you get to hear him tell. He was just beginning to tell his story. Like even some of his work was about storytelling and stuff he won awards for.
Yeah.
It's storytelling.
Yeah.
And I just really enjoyed. I could tell I was gonna be a major fan of that part of him.
And he was just
Him
as passionate
transition.
about that as he was
Yeah,
basketball.
he he was as passionate and as good at that as he was at basketball.
Yeah.
When the way he made the transition so smoothly,
Yeah.
that taught me a lot of, like I was becoming a really big Kobe Bryant fan just
Yeah.
because of how he was able to transition.
Yeah.
Like, cause that let me know that no, he could have been great at anything he did.
Yeah.
Not just basketball, like he just happened to pick up basketball. But as far as like being great, like he could have been great at anything, bro. And that's what intrigued me about him. I was just now really getting engulfed into the Kobe Bryant fan club just because of how he carried himself after basketball, bro. Like it was something to see. And I hate that he didn't get to give a Hall of Fame speech,
Yeah.
you know?
So much more on the table. So much
So
more on
much,
the
so
table.
much game that he
And
wasn't
then,
able to pass on, and we get to hear all these stories about him and Jordan right now.
yeah.
Like all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't able to like you could see him and LeBron getting more close together
Yes.
because a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, assume that yeah they play everybody who played basketball good probably talk to each other. Like no, that was just now starting to happen with
Right. Especially
LeBron
being
going
part
to
of
the
Laker
Lakers.
Nation now. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. With him being a part of the family, like you could tell that it was gonna be something big because I'm always about sharing. It's competition cool to a point, but when
Right.
it becomes a hindrance and evolving, that's when I got a problem with it, bro. Like, cause you can be competitive without having beef. You feel
Yeah.
me? So once I seen that happening, you know what I'm saying? They talking more and you can tell like it was more like a brotherly thing. It was becoming a brotherly thing. And I seen LeBron crying at the you know what I'm saying, at getting off the plane
Yeah.
after he heard the news the day of, and you know what I'm saying, giving an emotional speech the first game back or whatever after the death. And I could tell he was hurt, but I think that a lot of people seen that hurt, and this is just my opinion. A lot of people seen that hurt as him missing a brother. You know what I'm saying? Because they had a close relationship. I don't think their relationship was ever that close, but I do think that he understood that a major opportunity left him. And I'm not saying like of gain. I'm talking about of knowledge, of actually getting somebody else, or actually gaining a brother in Kobe Bryant, because it was headed that way. So I think sometimes that missed opportunity hurt more than, you know what I'm saying, some things you done built.
Yeah. Yeah. As an entrepreneur in photography and in the city of Atlanta, how hard has it been? I mean, what's some of the challenges that you face, and how do you kind of cope with that? Like, we talked about, you being on a job, and I know about that too. You putting on that job hat, and then you going to see a business, and you being your director and the master of your own destiny in your business that you offer, and the service that you offer. Talk to us about being able to switch it up and change it up, and also what are some of the pros and cons that come with that too? Because not everybody can be an entrepreneur, and it's not for everybody to
So
do.
you asking like between being an employee and a boss?
Pretty much.
Okay, yeah. As far as, I think we touched on a little bit earlier today when we spoke, it was as far as you have to be able to follow before you can lead.
Yeah.
You have to be able to look, you have to know, you can't teach someone if you've never had a point of view.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and so if you never worked up to a position, you couldn't tell nobody else how to get there. So I did 12 plus years in electrical. I had people work up under me as far as like giving directions to, you know what I'm saying, men, and understanding how to talk to people, understanding what to do for this, that, and the other, as far as motivation for them to work. And also, you realize, like, man, like, you know what I'm saying, you have to look at everything as a whole.
Right.
And once you have been you know what I'm saying, a boss, you realize it's actually a luxury to be told what to do.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying that you should want to always be on the bottom, or not even, I don't even want to call it the bottom, just in a situation where you're always being told what to do, because most people fight that, but they
But
don't know what it is.
you're following instructions.
Yeah, following the story. But now, like, shoot, it would be a relief if somebody was just to tell me along the way, do this, that, and the other, and it work out. Or if it don't work out, it's not on me. You know what I'm saying?
So
You know what I'm saying?
that leads to something else. You're talking more what, mentorship, with
Huh?
getting some kind of guidance.
Nah, I mean, as far as like being a boss and you know what I'm saying, an employee, as far as like, if a boss tells you what to do, you know what I'm saying, you can just shut up. You can be there from the neck down. And if it work out, cool. If it don't, then it's on them. Now, but if you say it, and you know what I'm saying, as a boss, you know what I'm saying, and we both have our own companies that we want to thrive, it's not as relaxed as that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it has to work.
Right.
Everything you think of, and it needs to be able to work that first time, because that's your dollar.
Mm-hmm.
As opposed to being an employee for somebody, and you know what I'm saying, being able to listen, and you know what I'm saying, you get your check every week regardless of what goes wrong. Like, that's not a bad thing to be a part of, bro. Like, I mean, shoot, depending on how you look at it, that could be even or depending on how you look at it and who you are, that could be the best bet for you.
Yeah.
Because shoot, not everybody make it Most businesses fail, bro.
True.
You gotta be a lunatic to try this. Really? You got to.
Uh, so you say your motivation comes from different things. It's part of who you are when you do your work. Yeah, yeah. What's the best thing about what you do, as far as the photography is concerned? What's the best thing about it?
The best thing.
Yeah, for you.
Hmm. Uh, not being satisfied.
Mm,
That's the best thing for me.
mm,
Like I can look as far as the last picture I did and want to grow, as you know what I'm saying, as opposed to being in a situation or job or any type of situation that where I can see where it ends. Like you could be in a situation, you can be in a dead end job, you can be in a dead end relationship, you can be in a dead end anything, and
mm.
you know it's a dead end because you can see where it stops. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like you see where it ends.
Right.
But with photography, the best thing about this is that it found me and I don't see it end.
Mm.
I don't see it end. Even if I stop being a photographer and it leads to something else, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know where I don't have ends. It gives me different feelings every day. And I love that because I don't want to feel the same every day.
So you're renewed every day. You're refreshed every day.
Every day I'm
Every
new. And you know what I'm
project
saying?
and every assignment you
It's
take
not
care of.
always sweet. It's not always fun. It's not always pretty, but it's something, bro. It's something that makes me want to live. Like it's not
New
boring,
challenge.
bro. Like I tell you like this, like it's like spicy food. Like, bro, it don't always feel good, but it ain't bland.
Gotcha. I like it. It's a new challenge. It's a new opportunity.
All
Spontaneous,
that.
random. Um, what's some things you like to what you like to tell the people about? Just pressing through and being strong. And we in a time where people there's a lot of uncertainty, man. Some things, some businesses not coming back. People's school year have been altered. People's businesses have been altered. Families have been changed, and history as we know it has changed. I mean, I got kids in my home. My children, they're completing their school year online. I mean, that's not nothing foreign, but it's just not normal. You know what I mean? And this could be the new normal. But so how do you tell people just you know pressing on, staying strong, and making it through? How do
Well,
you encourage them?
encouragement, I mean, shoot, if you can see this right now, you should be encouraged. I mean your
Wow.
phone on, I mean your fingers work, I mean your internet going, I mean, your bill paid, or even if it's not, you know what I'm saying, it ain't cut off. So I say all that to say you have to understand the now of it all, bro. Like you gotta people been calling me and texting me, asking me how I'm
Right.
doing this, and I always give them the same response. I'm healthy and I ain't hungry. And
Wow.
that's been my whole concept in life for a while. Like, shoot, because it's easy to worry about what might be tomorrow. It's easy to get down on yourself about what already was.
Mm-hmm.
But the only thing that really matters is right now. And right now, I get to talk to my brother in good health. We making moves. We eating. You know what I'm saying? Everything ain't perfect, but why would it be? How could it be? Is it supposed to be perfect? That seems boring. And I'm not saying that it's not, I mean, because I done lost 3 family members during this time. And it has been very, you know what I'm saying, unpleasant in different ways. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying this is we having a field day out here, but at the same time, try your best to look at things the right way, you know, because there's
Absolutely.
always going to be a yin and a yang. The cup always going to be halfway full or halfway empty. It just depends on how you want to look at it.
For sure, for
And
sure.
everybody move around like they're afraid. Like once you get, and it sound, I mean, all right, not to sound dark, but nobody's gonna make it out of this alive, bro. So
Right.
you gotta really focus on what you got right there in front of you because it all can change in a minute. And if nothing teach you this, it's gotta be this coronavirus.
Yeah. So there's some blessings on. I mean,
It's
blessings.
you gotta realize that, you know what I'm saying, is how you was able to explain to me that you know what I'm saying, you was able to catch up with some time on your kids, your
Yes.
relationship with your wife. You was
Yes.
able to a lot of people said they was able to get things done around the house. You know what I'm saying? Hold on to those parts of it all. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people who I hear worried about stuff, they worried about something that ain't even happened yet.
Wow.
So you really worried about something imaginary. And even if it is gonna happen, be happy right now. Don't make yourself miserable before it happens.
Yeah.
You're gonna have time afterwards. Be
Control what
happy
you can
now.
control. Yeah. Control what you can
So
control. Like you can't control it, don't worry about it.
yeah, like what you gonna do?
What you
What you
gonna
gonna
do?
do? So yeah, that's the best I can tell you. Like shoot, do what you can. Enjoy the moment. Recognize the moment for what it is. Are you eating? You know what I'm saying? Are you being able to look at somebody you love? Are they able to look at you? You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
You can find some happiness somewhere. And I'm not saying life easy, but you gotta understand it's not easy. And if you're against yourself, you make it that much more harder, man. Just be about you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We got Solo the photographer on here, aka Kong Kalon. Y'all go follow him on
Yeah,
Instagram and Twitter. Phenomenal work. He's a moody photographer. You know what I'm saying?
motive.
He that play in the shadows, like I said, like Batman.
Shut
You know what I'm saying? But
up. Hey,
and Bruce Wayne. You know what I mean? Bruce Wayne by day, and Batman by night. You know what I'm saying? With that camera, when you get that camera, man, you never know
come on
the true
now. Come
powers, man.
on.
But phenomenal brother, unique, authentic, real bro. You know what I mean? My real Atlanta brothers. You know what I'm saying? Really holding it
Already.
down for the gritty babies. Um,
Already.
you know what I'm saying? So y'all definitely go check out his work. We're gonna have a promo up for him, supporting him. There's so many events that I've done in the past. I've had him there, and we're gonna continue to build in the future. Uh, I'm gonna get him on some of these classes coming up soon. So y'all might get some good advice and tips and tricks from his photography style as well. Because he got a heart full of knowledge, man. He got a mind full of knowledge. So y'all go check him out.
Already.
You know what I mean? But yeah, Solo, man, appreciate you having some time to come on and talk
I
with us,
appreciate
bro.
you, bro.
You know what I mean? We love to have you come back. We definitely gonna get this up on YouTube as well. And if there's anything else you'd like to add or anybody you'd like to shout out, now's the time.
Man, I'd like to shout out you, bro. Man, I want to thank you for, you know what I'm saying, always holding me down, man. Always giving me a call, you know what I'm saying? We keep in touch. You've been genuine from day one, man. And I appreciate you and I appreciate all the things you do, bro.
All right,
So that's
man.
my shout out. I appreciate you.
All right, man. Yo, keep the family safe, man. You know, tell moms, everybody, happy Mother's Day. And
All
man, we'll
right, you
talk
do the
to you soon,
same,
bro.
man.
Yes, sir.
All
Yes,
right,
sir.
brother.
All right, peace. Be blessed.
You too.
All right.